What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, for today's video I'll be talking about Forspoken once again. In this video I'll be talking about the March 10th patch or the March 10th update. Basically it is an update to make the performance better and to fix a bunch of bugs, a bunch of quality of life changes. But I'm really here to talk about performance, obviously. In my first video of like the best graphic settings on PC for this game, it wasn't really that great. I couldn't really give you guys any tips or any tricks or any solutions in order for you guys to have a better frame rate, just because the game was so terribly optimized. It was really weird. But in today's video I did a little bit of testing, a lot of testing to be honest, and I just ran around, did a little bit of fighting here and there, and to be honest I think I found the best settings. Currently this is version 1.10, so if you're on PC, obviously you're probably still wondering like if this game is any good or any better. To be honest with you, frame rate is still not where I want it to be, but they did fix the GPU problem. I felt like our CPU was being used much more than our GPU. Obviously I want my CPU to be used much less than this. It's still at 80-90%. But at the same time I'm recording and I'm using an FPS counter, so that's going to affect it a little bit. But also my CPU isn't that great to start with, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. At least we have better performance, and I'm going to show you guys what to change or what to use. So in the display settings, obviously you're going to want to set it at your current resolution, and then for your maximum frame rate you could either go to 120 at the max or 60. Doesn't really matter. I like to keep it at 60 so it just doesn't go beyond that. I don't think it ever will, but I just want it to be more stable than higher, if that makes sense. VSync, I want it off. Screen mode, obviously full screen. There isn't a true full screen mode, but try to set it at full screen, and yeah, always remember to put it at full screen. In the graphics tab, you're gonna want to set your image quality preset to custom, and then dynamic resolution to off, and model and texture memory to both low. Then you can play with fidelity effects, super resolution 2, or NVIDIA DLSS. I don't like to use them just because it makes the game a little bit blurry. I mean, obviously it will give you more frames and less load on your GPU. So honestly, if you like that, or if you usually use these settings, then feel free to use them. I just don't like them. I like the game without like processing things, and just as raw and as natural as possible. Render resolution 100, obviously. Model detail level and texture filtering, I keep them at standard, just because I do need a little bit of details and a little bit of filtering in my game. I don't want it to look like absolute garbage, but I also don't want to be using too much like frames. Obviously we're already struggling. So reflections off, motion blur on. I usually turn motion blur off in like most games, but in this game it's not that bad and I actually like it, so on. Depth of field on. I like that a little bit of depth of field effect, and where it's a little bit blurry in the background, just because anyways I don't need to be looking at the background or the trees in the back. I like to focus on what's around me or what's close to me, so on is fine. Fog quality, I would turn this on to standard, just because off it really removes so much like the fog, the mist, the dust, like just the atmosphere in the environment generally speaking. So turn this on at standard. But for cloud quality you can turn this off, just because why would you look at the clouds? It's not that interesting. Anyways, the sky is already beautiful and it's nice and colorful, so low is fine. Shadow quality, obviously shadows are always going to eat your frames in every game, so just turn this at low. Anyways, shadows aren't really that important. It's really more the scenery, the foliage, the environment that's more important. Ray tracing for shadows and ambient occlusion off. Ambient occlusion, you can turn this to fidelity FX. I personally like the way it looks, but it gives the game a little bit of a weird look sometimes in certain areas, so I would just turn it off. And for anti-aliasing, temporal anti-aliasing is still the best in my opinion. A lot of people say it looks blurry, but to me it looks really good. And yeah, once you're done with those settings, obviously there's so much that I could do. I could probably just tune my PC, check a bunch of things, check my NVIDIA control panel, but when we're talking about like in-game settings, these are the best settings in my opinion. Obviously we still have a long way to go. I mean, this is great. I'm happy that they're updating the game. I'm happy that they just didn't let it die. Obviously, you know, this game turned off a lot of people and turned away a lot of people because of the performance, but to be honest, I still believe in it, and I still believe that it's a really, really great game. Once you look past and beyond performance, you'll see that this game is really, really amazing. But yeah, generally speaking, performance is better. Like, honestly, like, it was way, way better. I remember playing like the game and it was like at 30, 20 FPS. So we really did a big jump. And yeah, I really hope that they keep updating the game so it looks just like a complete masterpiece. So we could actually like run it like at maybe higher settings and at a higher resolution and without costing too much in our frame rate. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, I'll be seeing you guys next time.